Okay, I'm just doing this to try to remind myself what's going on, basically, because I think I'm probably not going to write down everything that I would like to remember. So anyways, this is going to be, this is the opening setup for the link scenarios of Tannenberg and Galicia. I decided to use these colored blocks for several reasons. One, because at the beginning anyways, I want to identify who belongs to which army. So this will help me out at the beginning. Anyways, I don't know if I would have used it for if I was doing the Western Front, because I think everything's kind of like super compressed there. And anyways, here it's like everybody's so spread out. So anyways, you can see that I've used shades of blue for the Austrians. So I've got the Austrian 4th Army here, 1st Army, 3rd Army, the Coves Army, or the Cove Army or something. And so what's happening with these guys? Well, somewhat ahistorical, but I think it's going to be somewhat historical in the sense when they start to engage, because the Russians are going to be doing an historical approach, or anyways, that's the way they're going to go about things. I randomly rolled for each side. It was basically, are they going to go historical, or are they going to go like a scenario or an approach that I would like to do? So anyways, the Germans and the Austrians are going to start cooperating a lot sooner than they normally did. So right off the bat, that's what they're going to do. I don't know if you can notice, but the black cubes for the Germans are, even though everybody is under the control of the 8th Army, for the Germans at this point, the black ones are going to be sent towards the 2nd Army here, the Russian 2nd Army. And eventually what I'm trying to do for the Germans is eventually start marching towards Warsaw, hopefully get into a siege situation by winter time. Oh, and I'm super duper happy because I just found out that yes, I can actually still convert Russian rail lines at this time of year, I think until the end of October. So anyways, I'm going to try, as the Germans, to we'll advance along here and hopefully develop a nice supply line to keep everybody hopefully well supplied with ammunition or whatever. But anyways, get ready in preparation. So I want to be here somewhere in preparation for a siege on Warsaw by wintertime. And the Austrians, the 4th Army and the 1st Army are going to try to march towards Lublin here. And then if everything is successful, then go across the southern bank of the Vistula across here, and by winter time hopefully meet up as well along here. I've actually got to check because this isn't directly north. I think north is kind of like over here, so I'm going to have to like maybe put in a compass. Wouldn't mind, yeah, putting a true north somewhere off under the side of the map here. But anyways, hopefully we can try, as the Central Powers, is to isolate loads or whatever. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing things properly. That's the way it goes. So the rest of the guys are going to be ahistorical, these Austrians anyway. So what they're going to be doing is forming a defensive line from Lemberg all the way to Czernowitz, using the Dniester River as well, it's basically a front. So anyways, just a nice defensive line here, hopefully, and then waiting for the 2nd Army to arrive. And then so that's what they're going to try to do. There's you'll see like a slightly darker gray, those 2 units underneath. Those are going to be assigned to the Austrians to also go towards this way. And then we've got the Russian 1st Army over here. Russian Army 2nd Army, that's the 4th, I do believe, the 5th, the 3rd, and the 8th. And like I said, the Russians are going to be historical, doing an historical approach. So I can show you basically from what they're looking at, I hope. So yeah, they're going to be doing an historical approach. The 1st Army is basically just going to go follow the major rail, the double rail line towards Königsberg here. The Second Army is going to go try to bypass, obviously, the horrible Masurian area here, and then go up towards and try to take Allenstein, and then meet up with the First Army near Königsberg. The Fourth Army, I do believe that's the Fourth Army. They're going to actually, so everybody down here is going to be marching basically to the left, shifting over to the left from the Austrians' point of view. So the Fourth Army is going to try to hit Krakow. That's the Fifth Army. The Fifth Army is going to go towards the fortress of Swemsil or whatever. And then the Third Army is going to go towards Lemberg, and the Eighth Army is also going to go towards Lemberg. So you're going to have these two dudes going that way, that guy going that way, and this guy going that way. Of course, like I just said, the Austrians are going this way, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. So why am I? So I'm using the blocks for a few reasons. One is, like I said, so I can identify the each army right now. Anyways, I don't think it's going to make so much means so much later on once everybody gets stuck in, but that's just the way for now. I think it'll be fine. Secondly, I just love the look of them. I'm like, wow, I can actually just visually, it just looks neat. And thirdly, because I am playing this solo, I decided I think it's going to actually work out well in the fact that I can't remember what's underneath the blocks for the other side. So when I go to move pieces for one side, I'm going to have a difficulty remembering who's on the other side. So I think that's going to be good for Fog of War or whatever the heck you want to call it. I like that idea, and I think it's going to be nice. What else can I say? I'm just about to do my opening move. Each turn, I'm also going to roll for initiative, so it's not just going to be automatically Central Powers go first. I'm actually going to do each bit, a roll each side, so it'll be like I'm just going to do like a 6-sided die, like 1 to 2 will be like maybe the Germans, 3 to 4 will be Austrians, and 5 to 6 will be the Russians, and that's just the way it goes. So I even actually rolled for initiative for the very first turn, even though on this game starts off on turn 3 of August. I did roll to see if the Germans go first or the Russians second, which is what it normally does, and that's the way it worked out. So, but I have no idea what's going to happen for turn 2 because everybody, at least some of their units, will be mobilized. Because actually, right now, only a few of the units for the Germans are. They're big boys, actually, the 8.5s. So, like, way over here, the 1st Corps with Francois, the 1st and 2nd Divisions. And he's probably not been, historically, would be pissed off right now, actually, about what's going to happen because I'm, deploying him towards 2nd Army. And historically, he actually, around this time, I think, actually, in the time scale, more or less, disobeyed orders and advanced a little more towards the Russians, and because he was just horrified by the fact of abandoning part of East Prussia to the horrible Russians. But anyways, that's what I'm going to do. I'm also pretending that I guess to fit in with the bit of the ahistorical bit of like the cooperation with the Austrians and Germans right off the bat is that I'm pretending that Prittwitz is not even in charge anymore, or never was in charge, and Hindenburg and Ludendorff are already in charge of 8th Army, and Conrad, for whatever reason with the Austrians, has, I don't know, maybe they've somehow satiated his war lust or something, and just said, look, keep a defensive perimeter here, keep everything mellow, stick with us, and we'll advance towards Warsaw and completely obliterate this entire Russian salient in Russian Poland. And by wintertime, all this will be ours, kind of thing. I guess that's the point of view. And for the Russians, it'll be like, screw you. We're going to drive the Austrians back into the mountains, and with any luck, we'll be renaming some of the towns in East Prussia in favor, of some nice little Russian names. Okay, that's it.